Hi everybody, this is Stacy with All My Magical Things. I haven't posted a video in a week. First we were sick, and then I was getting better and I posted. And then this week I've been trying to catch up on the things that I didn't get done when I was sick. So this week I've had 2 weeks of work to do, and my daughter, who's I babysit while she's at work. She's a teacher. She's a single working mom, and so she was sick along with us. And so I also went over to her house and kind of helped her out, catch up some things too. I try to help out as much as I can, but so that put me behind. But I was watching YouTube the other night, and it sparked some ideas. I was watching the channel Dear Julie. She's a junk journaler, paper crafter, that kind of stuff. And she was doing a scrappy rainbow page for her junk journal. And she was using all different kinds of ephemera, paper, netting, like all different kinds of things to make this rainbow page. And I love color. I love every color. And so that just made me start thinking. And I knew I had this box of paper scraps of all the colors. And so I pulled that out. I do a lot of thrifting, and I get a lot of my supplies at thrift stores and yard sales. And this was people, will be getting out of scrapbooking or something, or they'll have, they're destashing, and they'll sell like big boxes of just paper for $2 or whatever. So this is how this came about. And I was like, oh, I remember I have this and I need to use it. Like, there's a lot in here. And so Dear Julie's video, and then remembering about my paper scraps, sparked this journal page. I didn't film it. I wasn't sure how I was going to tackle this. I knew I had the paper. I knew I wanted a rainbow, but I wasn't sure of anything else. And this is my Creative Commonplace book, if you've never been here before. Commonplacing for me is collecting wisdom. Whether it's on the internet, in a book, a speaker, wherever I see or hear it, and I want to remember it for myself. And the creative part is I use stickers and paint and paper and whatever magazine cutouts, whatever I come across that I want to use in my pages to make it creative. And I always start with a quote or the information, whatever the wisdom is that I need to collect. And then I go from there planning my page. And I've been using my Happy Planner stickers because I have a lot of Happy Planner sticker books, and I'm trying to whittle them down some. So I have been using my stickers, but this page I use stickers, but not my Happy Planner stickers this time. Kind of broke my own rule, but that's okay. I'm pretty excited about this page. So I cut out a rainbow out of cardstock, and then I took my paper scraps that I have, and I just started ripping the colors and trying to vary them as much as I could and gluing them down. And then when this was all done, this took like a couple hours, I swear. When this was all done, I put it on the page, and I was like, oh, there's no place to write my quote. What am I going to do? So I decided to make this into a tip-in. So this is a tip-in. Here's my quote. The title of it is It's Time. I found these stickers in my sticker collection. Not my Happy Planner, but just my regular sticker collection, which I would show you, but I don't have any room right now. We'll have to make that another video. So those were cool. And then the quote is I found on Instagram, and it's at Brianna Wiest. I've done her quote before, a quote before from her in this sticker book. In this Creative Commonplace book. It was this page right here are 2 of her quotes. And so this one's, I wrote it rainbow colors. You know, I was keeping with the whole theme. And the quote says, "It's rebirth season. It's time to get inspired again. It's time to start believing in the best case scenario. It's time for the years you've waited years to enjoy. It's time for breakthroughs. It's time to see the beauty again. It's time for the next big beginning." And that's Brianna Wiest on Instagram. And so then I just grabbed some stickers out of my sticker book. These are Lisa Frank. My daughter had them, and she had given them to me. And just some Dollar Tree stickers, and that's it. And then I looked over, I have a ribbon wall, and I looked over at my ribbon, and I seen all these colors, and I was like, oh, I want those on there too. They're fraying. I think I've seen people who do ribbon work like take a lighter and like melt the edges. I'm gonna have to do that with these because they're kind of fraying. But then I backed my rainbow with cardstock, used some of the Lisa Frank stickers, and then picked out some of my magazine cutouts in the colors. That took some time to find, and with words that I thought may go with that theme, and I just put them on there. So that's my page. Sorry I didn't film it. I really didn't have a clue on what I was going to do. But that being said, that has also reminded me of something else I have that was rainbow themed. I had started a junk journal, I don't know, once upon a time, and the signatures are not sewed in. I'm going to move this paper out of the way. They're not sewed in yet. This isn't done. A story of my life, right? The last 2 journals I showed you are not done. But I had taken a floral book, and I can't even remember the name of it, what this cover was. But I had taken that. I think it's probably a Reader's Digest, one of those big manuals. And I backed it with some red fabric. And then I had this scarf, and I loved it so much. And so I glued it on, and as you can see, the glue spots are showing. I'm going to have to figure out what I want to do there. I have these sticker flowers that I glued on. I wrapped it on the spine. I thought that was really pretty. I haven't decided what I'm going to do to the back yet. Like I said, this is a forgotten project until the whole rainbow thing caught my eye. So anyways, I put scrapbook paper on the inside, on both the insides, and I had started making pockets. I had fussy cut, I had this whole tray. I had fussy cut these flowers out from some of my floral books and these. And so I glued some on in rainbow order. And then I also sewed on some fabric ruffles, and they're not in rainbow order, but they're rainbow colors. Yeah, so I had done that, and then I haven't got much further. I put this pocket in. This is a pocket. The pages are from this book and a couple other books I used. I don't have the book anymore, but I also used this book, First Garden by C.H. Guest. I used the pages out of that for this. I used coffee dyed paper. I'll give you a flip through of the first signature, because I've got some more things I want to do, and I don't want to make this video forever. All of them are set up the same way. That's how I like to make my junk journals. So then I know if I have 4 signatures, I need 4 of each. It just makes assembly a lot quicker. So this is a page from that book. There's some coffee dyed graph paper. This is a page from that book. It had really cool illustrations in it. Some stenciled coffee dyed paper. This was cut out of a floral book, and I made a tuck. This is just copy paper, my bright pink paper. Notebook paper, coffee dyed. More of the book. This is watercolored paper that I have washi taped together, and I'll have to figure that out when I bind it to make sure it's strong. Coffee dyed ledger. Some more of that bright pink paper. Coffee dyed music paper. A page from the other book. coffee dyed like ledger paper, more copy paper, colored copy paper, and that's the middle of the signature. And I tape those together, and I use that rainbow. That's funny. I use that rainbow washi. I also use that rainbow washi in my rainbow page. Oh my, I did right there to tip this in. Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize that till just now. That must be the only rainbow washi I have. And then this is the back side of all those papers. And the book, and the coffee dyed, and the copy paper, the ledger. And that's it. That's the first signature. And then there's 3 more just like it. The only difference is the pictures of the flowers on there. So I haven't bound it together yet because I wanted to sew these fabric ruffles on, and I didn't know what else I wanted to sew on. I like to use my sewing machine. My first love is fabric, so I'd like to use a sewing machine to do some of the things. Now, the only thing besides this pocket, the only other thing I had done is I cut out these to make tucks in each signature. Some are on the bottom, and I believe some are on the top. Yeah, this is an upside down tuck, or a top tuck, I guess it's called. So that is all I've done inside of here. So I thought that we could possibly make some ephemera. I have some made. These are book pages from a different book that I inked around. I stamped some words. And then on the back, I put some old book page on the back and inked around, and I sewed it together to make a journaling spot on the tags. And so I have those 4 tags that'll be able to go in there, and then some ribbon and rickrack and some fun yarn for the tassels. And then this one is rainbow colored, I believe, with gelatos. And then some stickers from my Happy Planner sticker books. And then I just rubber stamped on the back of it. Then I had also made one of these notebooks from the cutoffs of the coffee dyed paper. And I used some fabric and one of the flowers and stamped a word and stapled that together. And then I had this coin envelope, stuck some of them on, inked around it. And inside is some vintage stationery that I stenciled on the front and then inked and put another one of those book fussy cuts on it. And that is as far as I've gotten with the ephemera. So my thought is that maybe we can make some ephemera out of my fussy cuts and trays. I had made these labels, rainbow colors, so I thought maybe we could use those. I have some of the book pages from the book, so maybe we can use some of those. And I have some of the things I had in my thrift haul the last thrift haul, I don't know, a few videos back. These vintage note cards, and then these cards from a vintage board game. And I had mentioned in my sewing theme junk journal video that I was going to make some ephemera and show you how I would use some of these things to make ephemera. And I haven't done that yet. So I thought I'd grab these and we could make some ephemera for this one. And I have some more coin envelopes. I don't know. I have some guest checks maybe. I found some rainbow ribbon in my stash. I have some yo-yos, fabric yo-yos that I've made in different colors. Some aren't done yet, I guess. I thought maybe we can use those. I grabbed some clear stamps. I know I used this flower on one of those tags, and so I thought we can have those. I have some, I make quilts also, and I collect vintage sheets, and I was making a vintage sheet quilt, and I have scraps, and I thought how pretty would that be on a page, or the topper for a tag or something like that. So I have that bag. I also have leftover squares from the quilt that maybe we could use. I don't know. We just gonna go along here and see what we can make. I have some cardstock to make tags or journaling cards and some coffee dyed paper that we can use to back them for journaling spots. I just have a bunch of stuff, and we will see what we can do. So I'm very interested in these. The back is blank, so that would make a good journaling spot. I'm going to have to make pockets and such for that, but we'll work on these today. And what I'm thinking is my tray of fussy cuts, maybe we can decorate these a little bit. Let's see what we got here. That's interesting. What else do I have? Okay, well, I guess it doesn't matter, does it? They're all pretty. They're all super pretty. Okay, so let's grab a glue stick. And no, I haven't, Diana, got the cutting mat at the dollar store yet for my glue thing. So I'm using a old book. Trying to catch up on all of the chores and laundry and dishes, and it's not like my family doesn't help, but we were all just sick at the same time. So we've all been down, and it took so long to heal. And then, you know, the baby was sick, and we have her. My daughter, thank goodness, she's a teacher. She teaches 3- and 4-year-olds, and she wasn't sick as long as we were, which was good because the first day of school for her with kids was Tuesday. And so she had to make it to school. And so she kind of got better faster than the rest of us. Oh, I just ripped that one. Okay, that's okay. We can still stick it on here. She got better faster than the rest of us, which was good because her first week or two of school is usually pretty exhausting. I'm sure it is for most teachers. But she has 3-year-olds. She has 3- and 4-year-olds, but the 3-year-olds, it's usually their first time ever going to school. So they miss home, and they're not used to all the goings on at school. So it's a little rough couple weeks until everybody starts to get situated. Okay, I'm thinking I kind of want something else on here. Maybe we can do the stamps. Let's see. I have this big stamp. Okay. I have my block. I tried to grab everything I could that I would think I was going to need in arm's reach. Because you have such a little space to film. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to surround myself. And like when I'm crafting, doing my crafts for myself, like my room isn't that big. And it's actually half of my bedroom. And, oh, that's cute. I like that. So I just run around my room, and when I'm like, oh, I need this, oh, I need that. Well, that's a little tricky to do when you're filming. So I try to put everything I possibly can think of that I might need around me in reachable space to avoid the running around while I'm trying to film. Haven't got the editing game down yet, so I'm still still learning, and yeah, and I'm realizing that there are some things I'm gonna need, and all of that if I continue to do this. I'm just thankful for you guys that have subscribed and liked and commented. Like, bless your hearts. This has been a lot of fun, and I'm just really thankful for the people who are sticking around and letting me fumble through this and still enjoying it. I really appreciate that. So I think, do I want to punch a hole at the top and put some ribbon on there? Is that too much? Well, maybe we should. What are we going to do to the backs? Now, I know I want to leave most of it for journaling space, but we've got to give it a little, I went over the edge a little bit here. We got to give it a little pizzazz, right? It wouldn't be mine if it didn't have a little something something. We can probably stamp another flower. That makes sense. And what are the words on here? Oh, it must be a card stamp. Like I said, I got this at Goodwill a long time ago for 79 cents. I know it was a long time ago because they don't do 79 cents anymore. It's 99 cents. Is this gonna fit? Well, most of it fits. Okay, am I in frame, guys? I'm over here. You can't see. Like I said, I've got to get better, right? Gotta get better. Oops. Stamp that on. That's bigger than I anticipated. Okay, but that's cute, right? That'll still give us some journaling space. Okay, super cute. And I'm stamping with stays on. That way it's permanent. If you're anything like me and you end up with all kinds of mediums in your junk journal, like watercolors and paint and acrylic paint and Mod Podge and all the things. I do not clean my stamps. That's probably bad, but I don't. I usually stamp off though and make sure there's as much ink on it off as possible. I don't clean my stencils either. If you've seen some of my stencils, remind me. I'll have to show you sometime. Oh, but they still work. So I'm not the neatest crafter. Okay. I think, I don't know that I want to cover too much because I want there to be journaling space. Yeah, that's too much. I think we'll leave it like that, and maybe punch a hole, except I did not grab my hole punch. Let's see if it's over here. No. Yeah, I'm not sure where my hole punch is right at the moment, so I'll do that later. Okay. Oops, I just hit you guys. I'm sorry. Just hit the camera. Shaking you around. Okay. So that's those. So we can stick those in a pocket once I get the pockets made in the book. And they can be used as journaling cards. And I'm going to punch a hole and put some pretty ribbon in there. Okay. Now I have these cut out of a rose book that I have, pictures and different sizes, and I was thinking we could make some journaling cards maybe out of the bigger ones. this was hard because I had to decide which side to cut. So that was hard. But let's take a few of these. I really like this red one. Oh, these aren't roses, are they? Oh, they have to be. It was a rose book, I believe. Let's take a couple of these. Those pink ones. All right. Now, to turn these into journaling cards, first I have to trim. I must not have fussy cut them all the way, huh? I'll trim around the border. And I have that cardstock that I'm going to put these on. Oh, I don't have to cut around this right now. I can do that once I get it glued on, Stace. My past self knew that. My today self didn't. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to get a piece of cardstock. This is just regular weight cardstock. And I'm going to glue them on. Sometimes I like to sew around them. But we won't be doing that today because I'm not sure. Not sure how I would take you to my sewing machine at the moment. I really do enjoy making videos. I really want to get better and figure out the editing and all of that. I just didn't know that we were going to get deathly sick. In the beginning of this process. Well, I guess I should let's glue some more on so we don't waste this paper. I'm trying to use up this giant glue stick. I have smaller glue sticks. And I hate to have more than 1 or 2 glue sticks floating around the craft room because then I just lose them. Let me grab my bigger scissors. Where are they? Oh, geez, Louise. Oh, there they are. Found them. I'm in the middle of reorganizing my craft space. Like I said, it's half of my bedroom. And I have a fair amount of space. It's a pretty good sized room. And I have a giant closet where I also store all my Christmas decorations and all of that stuff too. Our basement gets wet, so I don't want to store my Christmas stuff down there. But yeah, I have a fair amount of space. I'm not complaining, that's for sure. But I'm in the middle of trying to reorganize it. My daughter works, she's a supervisor at a call center. My other daughter who lives here, she's my youngest. And when COVID happened, well, you know, a lot of people, if they were able to work from home, they worked from home. And her office was one that they were able to work from home. And so now, some of them have went back to the office, but now they have the option to work from home or not. Well, she's a supervisor, so she likes to work in the office as much, you know, normally. But there are times that she works from home. And so I have like one of those folding tables, like plastic folding tables, I don't know, 6 foot or whatever, in my craft room on the other side of me from this counter. And she needs office space for winter. We live out in the country, And if weather's bad or anything like that, I got some vintage photo that I'm gonna ink around these with. But anyhow, wintertime, there's a lot of the times that she works from home. And so she needs a office space. And the only place I have room, her bedroom's not very big. So the only place I have room is the laundry room, which is a fair size. And she has 2 monitors and like all the things. So I'm taking down that table, that plastic folding table, and going to put it down in the laundry room for her to use this winter for work, which means Mom's got to find some more space to put the things that the table does, you know, the work the table does and the things it holds. So I thought, well, if I'm in the middle of doing all that, I might as well just go through my craft stuff, my supplies, and reorganize and de-stash and see what what I don't use anymore and what needs to go and all of that. So I'm in the middle of that. And I don't know, is that going to dry? I feel like that's glossy and I feel like that's not gonna work. Let's see. Maybe if we wipe it. I mean, it looks kind of cool because it looks old and that's the vibe that the whole junk journal's on. Okay, I guess we will. So yeah, that's why I can't find my hole punch. That's, you know, I couldn't find the one video I couldn't find my stapler, and here it was, my daughter had borrowed it and didn't put it back, which, no big deal. We got it back, we found it. Okay, one more to go. I wasn't planning on doing all 4. But I don't want this video to be too long. So this just gives you a little idea of the kind of stuff I do for my junk journals. There's plenty more that needs to be made. The book is empty. It's just the pages. So then I guess we'll stamp on these. We have smaller, I have smaller ones. Let's try a little flower. And then we have all this journaling space on these cards. So that's nice. See, I haven't cleaned this stamp, and I'm stamping so you guys can't even see. Sorry. I get carried away. Sometimes I forget I'm filming. Oh, that one's better. I flipped my cutting mat over because it was distracting to me. So I was like, I've got to flip this over. I have a bigger one, but it doesn't fit on this counter. It fits on that plastic table to cut my fabric on, because I also quilt. I mean, I don't quilt very much lately. I made my grandbaby a dinosaur quilt because she's almost ready to get into a toddler bed. So Mommy wanted, her room is dinosaurs, baby dinosaurs, and so... Okay, there's our journaling cards. Maybe we should round the corners. That's what I'm thinking now. Rounding the corners. I don't know. Oh, I didn't know if my corner rounder would go through that cardstock. All right, let's round this one and see what we think. I like the rounded corners better. And see, that's what I mean. Like, I don't necessarily have a plan. Because when I sit down, I just gather some things. And I know, like, okay, I want to make ephemera for this book. So I grab what I think might go with it. Or that does go with it. And just glue and cut and stamp and all the things. Okay, we got all of those. Let's get those. Okay. So guys, I think since I don't have my hole punch, but do we need a hole punch? What if we could staple that? I have my stapler. Let's see if I can hold it and staple it at the same time. Okay. I missed. I think I'll wait for my hole punch for that. So that's what we got right now. We got these. We have our game piece card journaling cards with our cute flowers. And these will be things we put in pockets once I get pockets made and the tabs on them. And I thank you guys for hanging out with me today and listening to me ramble. Oh, I didn't get to these rainbow, or these colored tags. I wonder if my fussy cuts are too big. But anyways, thank you guys for hanging out with me today and listening to me ramble. And I will take you along on this journey again when I pull this stuff out to work on it. And we'll see what it looks like when it's all said and done. And you guys have a great day. And thank you for your likes and your comments. And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. It's been a lot of fun to read the comments and get to interact with people who have the same interests as me. So thank you all very much. I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.